I love this game. It's my favorite. Now I have a reason to stream it. Stupid phone. Database. System online. New profile. Detector. Analyzing. Analyzing. New profile. Economic bracket. Lower middle. Employment. No. Low. Negative. Pretty please? Negative. Offering denial of assistance. Establish premium services for profile 237771. Justification. Hope. Hope should be rewarded. Spirit must be restored. Now compiling the personal metadata data. I'm gonna make myself. But since I don't have this sort of clothing, where's brown eyes? I'm just gonna do my first real name. But I'm not gonna do my real last name. I'm just gonna put that. No. I'm gonna choose my name if I would have chosen it when I was younger. Yeah. Yes, that's correct. Has been activated for the sake of our hopes and dreams. Put your corner up. It is the future year 20XX, a dark era in which mankind is pushed to the brink of catastrophe. Woe be to the human race plagued by evil, terrifying, utterly sinister. I don't know. Robots, maybe? Evil robots? How's that work? Yeah, no, sorry. The future year 20XX is pretty much what you expect it to be. Non-flying cars, smartphones, pro gamer celebs, internet trolls, personal assistant AI, cheese flavored snack foods. But even with such wonders as 20XX holds, today I have no part in any of them. I've worked as a dishwasher, a shoe salesperson, and a lifeguard for the local community pool. I don't care what era of human history you live in, kitties peeing in the pool is pretty much a constant thing, trust me on this. As for the bustling metropolis of 24-hour Neo, you see, here, my little corner of it isn't nearly as shiny and cool. Let me show you. Behold, my quaint little apartment. Can't complain, really. It's paradise in relative sense. I can only pay half the rent. Neighborhood stabbings have been down this year. Also, my roomie picks up any stray socks or shirts I leave lying around. In fact, as things go, I'm living large compared to most in my family tree. Or at least I was before today.
You got fired from another job? Seriously? Seriously? That's 3 jobs since we left the suburbs.
The horrified looking young woman there would be my roommate and childhood friend, Juniper. Juniper is the one who spearheaded this effort to co-rent an apartment. She's also the one who encourages me whenever I lose a job, like, today.
I don't get why you aren't more upset about this. I'm upset. I'm upset on your behalf. Come on, share the load a little, okay?
Poll's closed, Jennifer. Not much I can do about that. Why get upset? Because you actually enjoyed that job more than you enjoyed dishwashing soap and smelly socks at the very least. I'm not complaining sort. I'm not the complaining sort. These things just happen. Things fall apart. The center does not hold. That's a bit more poetic, isn't it? No, I mean the community center literally fell apart. The pool won't hold water anymore. Whatever, I'll just get another job. Any job will do as long as we can make the rent, right? Wrong! I saw how mopey and tired you were coming home every night from those other crappy jobs. At least when you got back from the pool each day, I sometimes caught you smiling.
What's the point of us moving away from home if not to get away from all of that? I mean, we both left that town so we could try to find happiness, right? I just want us to be happy. Both of us.
I thought you hated your job.
Come on.
Not deflecting, this is about you. My mind's made up. We're going to find you a job that's just as good, if not better, than the lifeguarding job. Let's start from the top. What's your dream? Well, I'm standing in front of class to give a speech, and I forgot to put on my pants in. Your dream job. Oh. I don't know, Jennifer. I never really given it any serious thought.
I've got it.
Hey, I think I've got just the thing to help you out. Jennifer pulls out her phone, rapidly tapping an unlock code onto the glass before pointing out a little pink icon. It's a virtual life coach app. Mine keeps me from being late to meetings. Totally free too. My cousin introduced it to me. Wasn't he the guy who ended up in the ER after making a homemade flamethrower? It would have worked if he got the fuel mixture and his water gun right. Anyway, I'm sending a copy to you now. I got a pop-up an hour ago offering me 500 points just for recommending it to a friend. Great timing, huh? Well, as long as you're earning points, I guess. I'll just give it a try, okay? Maybe you can point at some good jobs, ones with less socks and or urine. I'll think about it. Okay, but don't think too long, right? In the end, I installed the app. Couldn't bear to see Juniper fretting over me like that. Not that I find it annoying. I mean, it's more that she has enough trouble in her life without troubling herself over my life too. Both of us had it rough, up to and through the point where we left home to try and start a new life, a better one. She deserves better than me and my problems. Bless her heart, she means well. She's been firmly in my corner for all my life, the two of us, against any dark forces aligning against me. But that's not to say she's good at being my advocate. Whatever. Yes, but still, no. Typical, the fantasy opportunities and self-help resources she sends my way are pyramid schemes or something. She's gung-ho about lending me a helping hand, but yeah. So the main reason I went ahead and installed the app was to make sure Jennifer wasn't about to get her kidneys sold in the black market or something. Still, no sense messing around it now. A good night's rest would add a deep little emotional reset button, right? Right? No dreams, no nightmares, just 8 hours of sweet, sweet black. By the time morning light leaked in through the cracks in the blinds, I don't care anymore about being unemployed again. Jennifer have already left to catch her bus to catch a bus to her office. She typically leaves before dawn, but she left a note for me pinned to the tiny fridge we share. Remember, download app, find dream job, make money, sort your life out. I believe in you. So, moment of truth. Do I trust in Juniper's weird little app, or just find some jobs that pay well enough to cover the bills? Give the weird little app a shot. Figuring out, at the very least, her miracle app could possibly help me find a job. I loaded up, tapped the icon, and...
Hello!
Okay, see? That's what I mean. Anyone else would freak out over a cute girl jumping out of their phone. Me, I just went, huh? Also, it's one of those new kinda 3D screens, so you know, not exactly magical. Real here. Very normal in the distant future of 20XX.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? Wow. Would you like to subscribe to Pizza Facts? Thank you for subscribing to Pizza Facts. I'm here to help you get your dream job, your dream house, and your dream partner. I'm here to make all your dreams come true.
But it's all order for an app to do, or are you some sort of wish-granting genie? Well, I suppose in the modern part, it's a massive intercom database. Searching virtual assistant could be considered a kind of genie in a bottle. But honestly, all I can do is give you the chance to improve your life. What you do with it is up to you. I can cross-reference search data for you, but without motivation, you won't get anywhere. I glance up from my phone at the heaps of laundry and half-finished books and other items strewed about my apartment. Motivation is something I have a ton of, honest.
Hooray!
That's super. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Before we begin, do you have any questions? Sure, should I use this app at all? I mean, my phone already had a voice activation assistance AI. I just say, hey phone, search the web for job listings, and it worked just as well. But I have an advanced emotional language interpreter. I'm smarter than the average program with more heart. I can help you sort your life out by analyzing your personality, finding you a perfect path in life, all thanks to my glorious, wondrous, patent pending, super duper identity identifier system. Between you and me, they really wanted a acronym that matched my name, but couldn't figure out what to do with the letter R. Would you like to know more? Nah, I'm good. You don't want to find out about my personality analyze system? Okay, that works too. I can read you like a book, no matter what. Okay, but how is any of that supposed to help me get a job? I only downloaded this app because my roommate claims you're a great life coach for unemployed. What goodwill taking the quiz off the back of the supermarket? Check out Rack magazine. Do you do with that?
Why, it'll help me understand your spirit, of course.
You can talk to ghosts. Is there a ghost in the room right now? Am I a ghost? You have to tell me if I'm a ghost. That's the rule.
No, silly. I mean your spirit. Your hopes and dreams. Your life's passions. I can even help you find romance.
Romance? Seriously? Seriously, often you can find your soulmate and your dream job in the same place, but if you'd rather focus on gainful employment for now, that's fine too. Workplace dating. Well, that's a recipe for disaster, and hitting on coworkers right from day one can kind of be awkward. Or am I looking for love and ready to start right out of the gate? Never get a second chance to make a first impression. If I meet the right person, why put it off? How do I want to handle this new opportunity? Sure, I'm with another possibility if I meet anyone nice. Romance with flighty first impressions. Let's stay focused. I'll play it cool on day one at least. Let's stay focused. Right now, I'd rather focus on finding a career. Any sweet loving can come later if I feel like it. That's fine. I'm sure you'll get to know people better. Romance will eventually bloom, or not. It's up to you, really. Now, let's get started. To finish analyzing your personal history, please authorize me to read your social media feeds and personal information. Metadata. I knew it. This is some sort of scam. I'm going to wake up in the bathtub of ice, missing a kidney. Sure, I can help you register as an organ donor.
Bad command
Oh.
or file name?
You were being sarcastic. Sorry, I haven't quite finished analyzing your personality. I couldn't tell. Relax, I won't share your information with any third parties. This is strictly so I can find your dream job. Am I authorized? Another wonderful Juniper recommendation here. Just like the 17 self-help books on the shelf. Still, 18 times the charm, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Please enjoy this recorded music.
So, do I just stand here or...
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for waiting. I've identified your dream job and arranged an interview 30 minutes from now. Please put on some nice clothes, nicer than those, please. I don't think that's too much to ask. What? For your interview, silly, you want to look your best. But we just, how did you land my dream job in 20 seconds flat? Simple, I'm awesome like that. Now, get a move on. You need to catch that 8:20 a.m. bus, and that's 9 minutes away. Well, this is happening. But I do have a chance to get off this runaway train. Nobody says I have to obey my new digital fairy godmother. I could delete the app, go find a real job. That'd be the safest option. That would be the safest option. I could. I'd get dressed. A normal person. Someone with high standards would delete the app right then and there, rather than hop on a bus to meet up with what were very likely men with sharp knives and a taste for kidneys. For me, I've already finished getting dressed before she finished that sentence. It's not hard. It's not that I believe the silly app's claims of serving my hopes and dreams on a silver platter. Honestly, I expect another shoe salesman job at best. Oh well. What is my dream anyway? As much as I genuinely enjoy being a lifeguard, I can't say I've found the true direction in life yet. I'd assume I would never, honestly. When I was young, yeah, I guess I had hopes, I had dreams. Maybe even what Iris called a spirit. After things went south for my family, I learned to put all those things aside, but assuming Iris wasn't out for my kidneys, what if it's not too late? So I thought, one last time I'll have some optimism, some faith. And I came to realize weeks later, turns out I was right to have faith in my spirit. The bus drops me off, oddly enough not very far from Juniper's office building, although my destination isn't nearly upscale as that. This is, well, it's a strip mall. Strip malls are the replicas of 19XX, places where a random assortment of weird little businesses jam as many of them into as tight of a space as possible. For instance, I've seen a dentist, a used bookstore, an arcade, a fast food joint, a boarded up health spa once called Lapties and Inimus, which sounds fun.
Hey! Listen!
What do you think? I think those two things no human being should ever combine. No, I mean about your future place of work. I'm desperately hoping we're not talking about the same thing. Which one of these businesses exactly am I working for? I don't know anything about oral hygiene or old books, and I'd rather not be a fry cook. The one in the middle, silly. What, behind the arcade? It is the arcade. Huh? Trust me on this. I've referenced and cross-referenced and cross-referenced your personality details, personal history, and social media connections. This is your dream job. My dream job, really.
99.97%.
Yes. I should probably explain my confusion. Arcades are big businesses in the entertainment sector. Pro gamers are celebs, 5-star. Arcades are social hotspots. It's always been popular with the mainstream. But well, restaurants are popular too, right? And for anybody who opens one, hoping to be the next Iron Chef, it doesn't more shut down in failure. Arcade competition is fierce. Payday ranges from peanuts to gold for sure. Those who make it a secure fame and fortune, but those who don't, well, no wonder Iris sees this as a dream job. Video games weren't always as popular though. I read an interesting article about it once. Back in the year 1980X, we narrowly avoided a serious industrial crash which would have left games as a kid's toy fad like hula hoops, no mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factories could have had a terrible game based on a kid's movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. E.T. If this game was a complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, and massively overproduced, it would ruin video games for years. I thought it did, so that's why it's not mainstream now in 2022. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed and the game was delayed until it could be developed with Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly. And the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts, or arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? Actually, that is true now. The mind bookies. But make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run in it, but only come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I enjoy and keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no, it's an interesting prospect, but I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure.
99.97%.
Won't this be like my lifeguard job though? Satisfying but short-lived. The arcade doesn't look exactly like a 5-star. It's no Deco's Palace, that's for sure. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in 15 years. Huh, I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework.
My sources say yes.
Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some what the fuck number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. My coders need me to be warm, personable, front of database range that currently laser targets on getting you exactly what you need right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's gonna happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. You you always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? Every month, I'll open my mouth to protest and then close it. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still have to try. And besides, what is my dream job anyway? That's what I was asking myself when I left the house this morning. I don't know what I want from life. I've been coasting aimlessly for years. When things starting to run downhill for my family, I had to grow up fast. Put aside silliness like wanting to be an astronaut and take what I could get. Now thanks to Iris, I got a shot at taking something a little better than what I usually get. I owe it to myself to try and be happy and paid, not just paid. So I have to push through the doors and see what waited for me on the other side. The air conditioning hits me like a cold breeze with that one smelling of copper and corn chips. As it is early in the morning on a weekday, it's not too packed with gamers, although it's packed with games. I probably had a hard time finding any one anyway. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat. Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here, from the looks of it, like really old. Although I don't recognize the game with the stage lights and things. Maybe it's a karaoke or dancing a Japanese import.
My sources say yes.
Checking, that would be Showtime's Stage. A collaboration of Nihana heavy industry concern in Hibis Records in Germany and won a lot of awards. Huh? I recognize most of these. Well, is that seriously Mr. Mopi's Magical Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Fist of Discomfort, a hyper real-time strategy and brawler beat 'em up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of esports scenes for the last 8 years. To genre I'm very lousy at the last time I checked. And over here is an old lady. Sorry man, I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentence. Thankfully, I don't think she ever registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, sitting behind the ticket prize redemption desk. I offer her a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there. Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex. Didn't you see the sign out front, dear? Well, I chose to knock off the first two words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Now it's just the Funplex, I suppose. So, how can I help you, dear?
A Funplex, is that what you used to play? Say, yeah, I heard that one before, dear. I've heard them all, but it's so nice to see young people with a good sense of humor. Nice of you to try to cheer up an old lady up. Yes, I heard you call me old lady. Well, it's a most these days.
Please, call me Francine. As in, Francine's Arcade Funplex. Get it? Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband. Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
That's information I needed to know, yes. And you are Mina Silverman. I came here looking for a job and you said my interview was prearranged. Yes, the computer did send me a mail about that. I had almost forgotten. So shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I carry on out here, but it's rather noisy, isn't it? Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Oh, eventually just sort of learned to how to filter out all the beeps and boops. It could take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end, done. She quirks an eyebrow. Wow, now that's faster than the others. Not bad. So shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. Francine leads me down a black back hallway, past public restrooms, and into a door marked employees only. Okay, I can't do this anymore. I'm too sleepy.